welcome back to another episode of Divine Chat. I'm your host, Mariah Alexander. So, a lot of the time, we will find ourselves in life basically just wanting our manifestations right now and wanting that end goal right now. And it feels like we are working so hard, so diligently, but like no matter what we do, it's like not coming fast enough. And sometimes it just feels like, oh my gosh, I can see the end of the rainbow. I can see like how this manifestation is coming in right now. I can literally see it. It's right there. And then it gets like put into holding by the universe. And what tends to happen is a lot of the times we will find ourselves so frustrated and so unmotivated to keep going because we're like, what's the point if like I can see it, but I can't touch it and I can't hold it yet? You start to like get into that like frustration mode. And so this episode, we are going to be talking about what to do when this happens because it does not mean that you're not worthy of receiving that manifestation, and it doesn't mean that you're not going to get that manifestation. But what it does mean is that now you have to show the universe that you are worthy and that you're patient and that your soul has been ready and been prepared for this moment. So, what we're going to do to help with the frustration of this and for us to, start feeling like we can have that manifestation again is firstly, we need to have gratitude. And it's really hard to have gratitude when you're feeling frustrated and you're feeling like you are owed this karmic debt and that you're owed this manifestation. And that right there is not even the right attitude to be having. When you start telling the universe that, like, oh, I deserve this right now, and then you start getting frustrated because it feels like it's already yours, that's not the right energy to be in because we're kind of approaching our manifestation and our goals in a lack mindset and in of it's not happening fast enough for us, so it's just not happening, and it's very egotistical. It's not our highest self. It's more the egotistical version of ourselves. And so what I want you to do is when you're feeling these moments of frustration, I want you to like take a chill pill, calm down, and I want you to get out a piece of pen, paper. That's what we do here on this podcast is we are journal girls, and you're going to write out a list of gratitude. Like, do you have a car? That's something to be thankful for. Do you have water in the refrigerator? That's something to be thankful for. Do you have air conditioning? Do you have heat? That's something to be thankful for. Do you have access to food right now? Is there food in your refrigerator? Is there food down the street? Do you have $10 in your banking account that you could go down to the grocery store and buy food right now? That's something to be grateful for. A lot of the times we get so frustrated when these issues and problems are not big issues and problems. They are to our egotistical self, but as a human, like you have so much that's given to you. There is so much abundance around you. You have been blessed abundantly all day. Like, how many times do you see, like, on the side of the road, someone begging for food or asking for something? And they don't have that $10 in the bank account to go down the street into the grocery store and take something out of their fridge to eat. They're having to get creative and having to ask for help. And by the way, like, if you ever see someone, like, I'm a big, strong believer that you should always give. If you have it, give, because the universe, the way that the universe works is that there's an abundance of everything. We don't have to hold on to our money. A lot of people don't have that belief. They think like I work very hard for my money, I'm not giving it away. But at the end of the day, like this is an abundant podcast. This is an abundant mindset. I am a spiritual coach and I believe in having an abundance mindset, and it should be very easily to give to others that have less, and you should still have plenty coming to you because when you are in alignment with God, the universe, whatever you believe in, when you're in flow and you're in that receiving era of pause, scratch. When you're in flow and you're in that receiving era of your life, Like, there's so much abundance that's going to come to you. It's not going to hurt you to give to others. It's actually a blessing to give to others. It's not for them, it's for you, because you're able to bless others with what you have. And in turn, that builds gratitude and it builds appreciation. So, back to having appreciation and gratitude. When you are feeling frustrated, that list, I want you to go and read everything on the list. And it doesn't have to be long, just write a few things that you actually are very grateful for. Because at the end of the day, all the things that we want, they're still ours. They're still our birthright. You're fully capable of receiving those things. But what we don't want to do is we don't want to force them. We don't want to be so focused on oh my gosh, I have to manifest this right now. I have to control exactly how this comes into my life. And I have to control when I get it. I have to control how I get it. I have to control how I receive it. And at that point, we're just being control freaks, and then we're getting frustrated that it's not coming in when we planned it. And that's not divine timing. That's not letting go. That's not surrendering. That's not flowing with the earth and flowing with the divine, flowing with all the energy around us. And so that's step one. Let's learn how to take a step back and have some gratitude and appreciation for everything the universe does for us, for everything God and the universe gives to us. Let's have some appreciation. So, tip number 2 is going to be about appreciating the journey. So, we already gave gratitude to things that we have. Now, I want you to appreciate the journey. How can you show up today, right now, where at whatever time it is that you're listening to this, how can you show up and appreciate where your day is going and appreciate the things that you are doing? Like, what does that look like? Like, can you appreciate today by going for a walk, by having the sunshine shine down upon you, by going swimming? Maybe it's going dancing. Like, really think about this as an opportunity for you to be more human and for you to really get inside your body and really find that center. Some people do this by yoga, some people do it by going to the gym, some people do it by dancing, letting loose. You can paint, whatever you can do to be more human today and not be a working mule and not be stressed about achieving these goals and getting to the end of what you're trying to manifest. So, how can we just appreciate the journey and actually be living in the moment today? That's tip number 2. Because the whole reason of doing that is because, again, we are human. Like, we are souls. Yes, we're divine beings, but we're human. And sometimes we really are just supposed to be appreciating our humanness and learning what it is to be human. Like, maybe there's a new hobby you haven't done yet and you really want to go try. Now, that is being human. And you might hate it, okay, but you might love it. So you should go practice being human, get out of your headspace and into your body. And it's really going to help you detach from that manifestation that you just can't let go of and that you can't just let loose and surrender to the universe. Because sometimes, guys, as well, when we are having fun, this is how we appreciate the journey. Because when you're in that fun, you're in flow and you're not thinking about all the things that you're trying to force into creation and force to be in your reality right now in this space and in this time. And so have fun. Like, what can you do today that's going to be fun? So now let's go into tip number 3. So now this is my final tip for you. The last tip is going to be, after doing all these other things, like having gratitude, appreciating your daily journey, the last thing I'm going to tell you is now take your power back. Because sometimes, when we have been wanting a goal for so long and we cannot let go of it and we are getting frustrated because it hasn't happened for us yet, you need to learn to take your power back and remember how powerful you are. And we do this by remembering all the things you have manifested. How many things have you achieved? Really sit and think about it and write another list. What have I achieved? When was my last manifestation? When was the last time things worked out for me? When was the last time I saw magic play an active role in my life and I was so surprised by the outcome, and I was so surprised by divine timing that it was the perfect timing. And it actually was better that I got this thing late. Like, I think having that sense of knowing is what's really important here. And it's that knowing that at the end of the day, what is yours, and it's your birthright. And even if it's not coming in today or tomorrow, it's still yours and it's your birthright. So you might as well have fun along the journey. Like, if you're having to wait for something, you might as well have fun, and keep moving and keep grooving as if you already have it. So that means if I'm manifesting, like, for example, if I'm manifesting that this podcast blows up and it goes viral overnight, and that it gets signed, and that I make so much money just doing what I love and sharing my words of wisdom with the world, and I get to connect with more people. Like, while I'm waiting for that to just manifest, at the same time, I'm still going to take action. I'm still going to show up for you guys. I'm still going to be consistent, but I'm also going to have fun. I'm going to go dance. I'm going to go paint. I'm going to go for a swim. I'm going to go hang out with my friends. I'm going to be appreciative of everyday life. And I'm going to keep moving as if I already have this, as if this is already mine. Because if I get into that headspace of like, I keep posting and no one's looking at this, I keep posting and it hasn't went viral yet, I keep posting and I don't know how I'm going to make money from this yet. That's not my problem, and that's not my deal to worry about. My only responsibility is just to show up, and allow the universe to put me in front of the people who need to hear my podcast. That's my only job, is to be consistent, show up, have fun with this podcast, speak my truth, use my words of wisdom to help brighten someone else's day, to help someone else in their path and in this lifetime, and just to like meet new souls and connect with them. That's it. It's my only purpose. And, if I do that, then I'm doing a hell of a good job, and, just have fun with it. You could apply that to any area of your life. Like, don't rush things. Just flow, be consistent, show up for yourself. It's your birthright. You wouldn't have these ideas, you wouldn't have these dreams if they weren't for you. It's that simple. And you can have anything. There's so much power in that. Like, when you really know that something is yours and that you were given this vision and this dream for a reason, and sometimes the universe is going to bring you something better than what you even imagined. But you just have to be optimistic, and you really just have to have that gratitude and just surrender. Because when you surrender, that's when flow starts to happen. That's when magic starts to happen. If you get anything from this episode, just know it's okay to be frustrated. We're all human. It's okay. But let's not stay in the frustration, because the frustration does not do anything for us. When we stay in frustration, we're just kind of like pouting around like toddlers and like, why hasn't this happened? Or why do I not have this thing yet? And we don't have to do any of that, because we can use our time instead having fun. Would you rather be frustrated, or would you rather be having fun? So just keep having fun, keep showing up for yourself, keep being consistent, and it's all going to work out. It's all working out in your highest favor. You've got this. Keep going. Don't give up. And it's all going to be okay. If no one's told you that this week, it's all going to be okay. I promise. It's going to be okay. It's not that deep. Take a deep breath, center yourself, and just breathe through it. This is all temporary. You got it. You got this. Keep going. Keep going. So, those are my 3 tips today for cultivating patience and for learning to have a more patient attitude, and just for things to help you be more patient in those moments that you're waiting for things. Those are my 3 tips. I hope they really helped today. So, if you're new here, like, subscribe, send to a friend, reach out to me on social media. If you follow my page, if you go ahead and leave the podcast a review, screenshot it, send it to me on my Instagram page. I will send you a free meditation to connect with your inner child. This podcast, Divine Chats, is all about healing and self-discovery, and just having a friend along for the journey, and just reconnecting with yourself. And so I hope that your week is amazing, and I will see you guys in a few days. We post every Monday and Wednesday. I'll see you soon. Bye.